Hey, well, I saw the Canadian film Pontypool again recently, and I have to say it remains one of my favourite zombie movies of the early 2000s. It's also a film that is quite close to my heart, as I live in a town called Pontypool in South Wales in the UK, which is a cool little fact for anyone that's interested. So, the film itself is set in the small town of Pontypool in Ontario, Canada, and is based on the book Pontypool Changes Everything by Tony Burgess, who also wrote the film. I have the book but haven't gotten round to reading it yet. Directed by Bruce MacDonald, who's known for directing TV shows like Dark Matter and 13 the series. Pontypool takes place almost entirely in a small radio station in a town of the same name. The story focuses on a radio personality, Grant Mazzy, played by Stephen McHattie, who's known for his work in everything from Star Trek Deep Space Nine to The X-Files to Zack Snyder's Watchmen in 2009. His producer Sydney, her production assistant Laurel Ann, and some dark and scary happenings on a dark and gloomy winter's day. From the opening titles, we get the feeling that this is going to be a quirky piece, and we're not disappointed. The station and the people calling in are definitely unusual in the way that only small-town folk can be, well, at least in films, anyway. There are laughs to be had. Lawrence and the Arabians is a particularly surreal moment, but around the 20-minute mark, reports of something inexplicable start coming in, and the story really begins to heat up in earnest, growing darker as the film progresses. It's hard to say any more than that, specifically, without blowing the whole story, but essentially what we have here is a singular take on the zombie subgenre, one where the zombies are rarely seen but heard. A handful of characters come and go, but the realization made by the rather strange Dr. Mendez around halfway through the film is the real hook of the piece, and to me it makes the film unique. There are very few on-screen deaths in the film. In fact, one is cut in such a way that we don't see much of it at all. But with so few characters, some of which we never see, all of whom are likeable, we feel they're passing keenly for the most part. Grant and Sydney, played by Lisa Houle, who's McCarthy's wife in real life, bond over the course of the movie, and we get the sense that if there was a tomorrow, they would be sharing it. The short post-credits scene suggesting that even after the events of the film, there may be a world in which they are together. The big question is, though, of course, can I recommend the film? If you like quirky, interesting, dialogue-based character studies with surreal, darkly comic moments, but where little actually happens visually on screen, then I would say yes. However, this isn't going to be a film for everyone, and it's going to take more than a love of the zombie subgenre to really enjoy it, in my opinion. I do think, though, that the film is unusual enough to punch above its weight, and its cast of characters are so likeable that if it sounds like it may appeal to you, you're in for a unique hour and a half. I mean, I can't think of a film that's quite like Pontypool, to be honest. It's, as I say, it's unique. However, as always, and with all the above being said, please like, share, comment and subscribe and all that other good stuff, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers for watching, and bye for now.